What's good, Bears fans? Welcome back to the BearsMediaCo. And as you know, I'm your host, Brent C. And check it out. The Green Bay Packers have lost. My whole weekend is complete. And I hope you all are staying warm out there, wherever you are. But I can tell you this, here in Atlanta, it has been freezing. But the only thing that warmed me up this weekend is seeing the Packers go down. So thank you to the San Francisco 49ers. You did a great thing for us. My mentals is straight now. Now listen, Bears fans, all I can say about this Saturday's game, we're going to start there, was experience versus youth. That is the theme that I saw this weekend. When you have an experienced team, experienced coaches, and a solid, very solid, experienced front office, you can make things happen for longer periods than just a flash in the pans. I tell you, watching the Baltimore Ravens, you saw a team with 2 Super Bowl rings, if I remember correctly, put together a solid team that's built on running the football, defense, and quality, solid players. Now, a lot of us can say, look, the quarterback didn't throw the ball a whole lot, and he's running too much. But guess what? Lamar Jackson is angling for his second league MVP based off of winning games and making it look good his way. Not the way that it normally is seen, but doing it his way with the team that is surrounded by him, that the front office gave him. And listen, that coaching staff of John Harbaugh, I salute him and that staff, baby. Because listen, they know what they're doing. The experience on that coaching staff is otherworldly. You got to say it, otherworldly. That's how you coach your players. As Herm Edwards would say, you play to win the game. It doesn't matter about the scheme, in my opinion, although it has a lot to do with it. But sometimes, quite a few times I'll say, when you coach these players to be better than what they were coming out of college, when you let them season and get the experience and don't get too crazy on them when they make a mistake, that's how you build not only team character, but you build the person that is on your team. And look, you saw it with Roquan Smith. He was out there just laying wood everywhere. He was bringing hits and applying the pressure. Now look, granted, he did all the stuff there that he did with the Bears. But the thing about it, he has an entirely good team to go along with him. And this is what you get when you invest heavily, I'll say, and you scout the correct players to fit what you want to do. It all turns out very well. Now I know as a Bears fan, I am in a different situation. I get that. And I know the Bears may not be the youngest team in the league, but we're fairly young and we are still growing. With this upcoming free agency and the draft, we will continue to have a great mix of experience and youth. And that youth is going to learn from that experience. Shout out to the Houston Texans. Because listen, that team right there, although they may be young, they are coached very well. And if you saw that game, you saw that head coach rah-rah to no end for his players. And that's really what you would love to see on the sideline. Now, I don't know if Matt Eberflus has it in him to do all that, and I guarantee you this, I know Matt Eberflus does not have the dance moves of John Harbaugh. If y'all did not see the coaching staff dancing with their players after the game, you need to check it out. Find it on Twitter. That's where I've seen it. And I tell you, that is what team signifies right there. I mean, that Baltimore team is one. And if you listen to Lamar Jackson after the game, what did he say? At halftime, when things weren't going right, what did he do? He spoke up and said, we are going to get this together, and it starts with me. So, get off your rumps, follow me, and let's get going. Now, granted, that defense was playing fire for him, and the offense was just blah. We can say that. But in that second half, you saw Lamar Jackson take over that game. And look, yes, he only threw for 152 yards, but he completed 73% of those passes to get that 150 yards. That's pretty damn good. Also, he ran the ball, get 2 touchdowns, and more importantly, not more importantly, but just as important as throwing the football for 2 touchdowns, he ran the football 11 times for 100 yards and 2 touchdowns. Bears fans, we have that already. And I know some of you are going to be like, no, we do not. Well, I say this, not right now. We don't have it right now, but we will. And I do believe, as I've said multiple times, Justin Fields will be that guy to take us not only just to the playoffs, but take us far. It's just going to take good coaching all the way around. Matt Eberflus, as we've seen, defensive calling plays with Phil Snow as his advisor, or analyst, I should say. You saw what the defense could do, especially with a top player on that side. And of course, over on the offensive side, look at DJ Moore. He came in, and him and Justin Fields, hey, they had an excellent year together. And Cole Kmet, just like DJ Moore, a career year with the Bears. Now look, DJ Moore's experience, I believe he has 6 years in the league. Cole Kmet with 4 years in the league. And now Justin Fields coming up on his 4th year in the league. And I tell you something, the future is bright for our Chicago Bears if we take some cues from some of these playoff teams. I say take a look at the defense of the Baltimore Ravens. That defense coached very well with very good players on all levels of that defense. And they're able to do multiple things, show multiple pressures on the opposing quarterbacks. I mean, C.J. Stroud has been lighting it up this year. Can't take nothing away from that young man. But against an experienced defense, play callers, you see what happens. Now, Matt Eberflus, he has experience. Will he be able to take the defense to a higher level? I think so. Ryan Poles has to get him some more players to continue to build that defense. But for us, I have to say, the offense has to be the priority this offseason, because center-wise, Lucas Patrick is free agent, and he wasn't really that great, in my opinion. So an upgrade at center has to be there. 1 or maybe number 2 top need for our offense. 2, a wide receiver number 2. We definitely need that. We've seen what DJ Moore could do, and we've seen what happens when defenses roll their coverage over to him. He can dominate in some games, but of course, once opposing defenses, once they start rolling on him, then it's either Cole Kmet or the short pass game or Justin Fields is running. So listen, we all know this is a passing league, and the best way to get there, passing the football, is have options on the field to go along with our quarterback. Now, we all know that Marvin Harrison Jr. is coming out, and let's just say the Bears do get him. Will I be happy? Absolutely. Will our team be better next year? Only if the protection is better. We need better protection. And what does that consist of? Better, younger players. Also, we all know that Cody Whitehair has 1 more year in his contract, but has not looked like the Cody Whitehair of old. We know this. He's an older player, counting on a lot of money towards our cap space. So I do envision him being cut at some point real soon. So freeing up cash by letting him go, allowing Lucas Patrick to go into free agency, I believe that we could possibly upgrade both of those guys and have a better offensive line heading forward. Now, Nate Davis, let me tell you something. He has had some good games, but more often than not, he has had some games where he was just playing the Ole defense. He's just moving out of the way. So we may need at least two, I should say, offensive linemen, center, of course, being one, and possibly another guard. But two guards and a center probably should be on the list of what Ryan Poles needs to upgrade on his offensive line. Now, I've said before that Braxton Jones early in the season, even after injury, coming back from injury, was not that great. Yes, he was solid in a few games, but could he be better? Yes, Ryan Poles even said it. He likes what Braxton is doing, but if the pick is there and they think they can offer more competition at that position, they will do it. So we're going to have to see on that one. But of course, Tevin Jenkins, Darnell Wright, two guys we don't have to worry about. And I've said it a couple times. We need to take Tev and move him over to the right side. That way, we don't have to worry about that side. Those two together will be dynamic. Said it multiple times. Now, the left side is going to be, that question mark. But with Ryan Poles, I am confident that he is going to take care of our offensive line, as well as add more weapons for Justin Fields, our quarterback one. Listen, Bears fans, Jordan Love plays for the wrong team. We all know that. But to that end, I have to say it. That kid is a good quarterback. Now, did he make a mistake in the final part of the game against San Fran? Absolutely he did. You never throw across the body toward the middle of the field. It's been said multiple times throughout the years. It is what it is. So he made that mistake. But the thing about it, his coach going into next year, I guarantee you they're going to be joined at the hip. Because why? He can't make that mistake again if they make it to the playoffs. And I'm sure that head coach over there, Matt LaFleur, he's not going to let that happen. So, like I said, Bears fans, experience versus youth was highly visible on the Saturday portion of the playoffs. And I tell you, the Ravens with their experience handedly beat the Houston Texans. It was expected in my heart. Now, Green Bay going up against San Fran being the more experienced team, you see the youth took that experience to task. But that defense, timely turnovers, right? That's what Matt Eberflus has been preaching to our defense. And the Bears defense got it late into the season. What do they get? 18 over the last, 7 games or so? So that part we don't have to worry about. As I say, the offense is where I believe we should be concentrating on going into the 24th season. And hey, Ryan Poles, once again, I do believe in him. I trust him to get this thing right. Also, the offense of San Fran, which I do believe Green Bay runs a type of that. We've seen how well that offense can run. And more importantly, we've seen when it's run correctly, even with the 7th round draft pick QB, who in my mind did not play that well, but did not play to lose the game. There were times where Brock Purdy could have just folded. But the confidence he has speaks to that coaching staff. Whenever they cut for him being on the sideline, there was always someone in there talking to him. And as I said, coaching truly matters in the NFL, especially for young players. I can't say it that often. I mean, I can say it often, but I gotta say it enough times where people understand. Coaching really matters. And of course, our Chicago Bears, what are we doing? We are interviewing multiple, I believe we're at 9 guys for our offensive coordinator position. Even so much flying out to LA to meet with, what is his name? Cliff Kingsbury, And I'm sure, as I said before, they're out there scouting Caleb Williams, probably having a little sit down with him. But the Bears are doing the right thing. We as fans have talked for years about why can't we have nice things, right? Why can't we have the longevity that other teams have, right? Why can't we have the continuity that other teams seem to have? Bears fans, we're building that as we speak. And like I say, I believe in Ryan Post, and I hope you do too, because so far, outside of, missing on a few free agents, he has done a masterful job at building this team. Now, Matt Eberflus, we know, hired Luke Getsy, hired Alan Williams. Neither one of them are there right now. So these next 2 hires that he has, with the help of Ryan Poles, I believe and I sincerely hope that we get it right so we can build that longevity, not only with our front office and coaching, but with the players. The players execute what the coaches plan. And that's why I say, Shane Waldron, I'm looking at you, buddy. I hope you're packing your bags and moving your family across country to Chicago, because we desperately, in my opinion, of course, need you. We need you. Now, defensive coordinators, I'm not too sure about who's out there that we can bring in, but with Phil Snow, who's already been a defensive coordinator, why not just let him coordinate? We already have that in-house. I don't know if he wants to do it full time, but as an analyst, he's definitely brought in a different set of eyes that help our defense grow. So I don't know why we can't bring him down. If he doesn't want to do it full time, maybe we keep him on and bring someone in. Or let me say this also, John Hope, our DB coach, been with the Bears off and on throughout the years. Maybe he's ready to take that next step. We can always reward your own and see how well they will do. He knows the system. He's been in the sense when Lovey was here. So there's that, Bears fan. But hopefully the defensive coordinator will be just as important as the offensive coordinator. A good teacher, a great coach, and a person that our players can learn from. Right? That's what we want, Bears friends. So with that, I'm going to let you go. And thank you, San Francisco, one more time, because nobody wants to see the Packers do well, especially in Chicagoland, even though I'm in Atlanta, right? So with that, Bears fans, I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. But I tell you this, don't be afraid of the future. Yes, we can draft quarterbacks, wide receivers, all that, but it really comes down to coaching. So let's hang in there and let's hope we get the best out there that we can get to improve this team and its players. Right? So with that, Bears fans, you know how we do it. From me to you, peace.